What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Always Chillin podcast. Skinny D and the Sandman here in the barbershop once again. If you're new here, welcome to the show. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on our socials. Always Chillin podcast on everything. Instagram, we're on TikTok now, Twitter, all that stuff. What you been up to this weekend, man?
Chilling, man.
Yeah.
Chillin'.
I knew that would be the answer. I had a feeling.
Always chilling.
I had a feeling, man. We had a hell of a day today, dude. All of our dogs needed rabies shots at once.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, because we get the notice in the mail, you know.
Yeah.
And then we wait until they send us the one that says you're gonna have to go to court if you don't register your dog. Yeah,
wait.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got like the final notice. They're like, we're gonna take you to court on if you don't pay it by July 22nd. They said you're gonna have a court summons instead of a bill. So we're like, all right. So we're like, okay. So now we have to take all three of our dogs at once, which is just a nightmare.
How'd that go?
Bad,
Man.
real bad. We went to Orscheln's, the farm store.
Really?
Yeah,
They do that there?
Well, yeah,
it's a farm store.
Yeah, they have they have a vet there 2 days a week.
Really?
Yeah, he just sticks your dog real quick and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
You learned me something today.
Yeah, so future reference. But yeah, so our dogs, they don't do well in public. They don't do well in the car, man. They don't do well around other dogs, dude. They're like,
Oh,
dude,
no.
they suck, man. They're nightmares.
No,
They're nightmares.
no.
I love them. Yeah, I love them to death, but they're nightmares.
You got some badass kids.
Yeah, so the big one, the lab pit mix, if he sees a dog that's his size or bigger, it's on.
Oh, yeah, that's that pit.
On
Yeah,
site.
that's that
It's
pit bull in him.
It's he sees a dog, he turns around, he sees a dog, growls. Yeah, for no reason. So we can't take him anywhere for anything. Can't even take him on walks because he'll practically drag you to try to get to a dog.
How you guys exercise them?
We actually got really lucky. He's not into it, man.
Really?
He's not interested. No,
Well,
he just lays down on the couch, zonks out all day long. He's not tearing shit up. He's not cooped up. He just lays around. But I think it's because we got him when he was 1, and we just stuck him around Chihuahuas. So the Chihuahuas are napping all day, and he's like, I guess this is what we do.
Took on that lifestyle.
Yeah, so I go home, I round up all 3 dogs, get them into the car, which is a whole fucking thing on its own, and take them all out to Orscheln's. And there's a line for the mobile vet. There's 6 dogs in front of us. So I'm like, great, Sylvester, the big one, Sylvester, he's gonna love this. And then this lady comes up behind us, and people aren't very dog conscious, So she has a dog with her, and she's like, oh yeah, go say hi. And I'm like, no. Yeah, I'm like, no.
No.
And she's like, oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm like, oh,
it's not.
Yeah, I'm telling you it's not. Yeah. So I was like, he's not nice. She had a little dog. The dog was coming over, so I didn't have any time for words.
A little fur biscuit.
Yeah.
That's all he sees.
Right. I didn't have time to articulate a full sentence, so I was just like, he's not nice. And then she scooped her dog up. She held him the rest of the time.
Damn.
Yeah. And then there's beagles in front of us, and they're howling. They're doing their beagle bay thing, and it's making one of our Chihuahuas go nuts.
Oh.
And then that's making the lab go nuts. And then this lady with the pit bull gets in line behind us. So then my lab wants to fight the whole time. Yeah, it was a whole fucking thing.
That's your Monday.
Well, yeah, dude. I woke up today and I was like, man, I can't wait for the day to be over.
Already.
Yeah, I woke up. I thought of everything I had to do. I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to. I had to take my wife to work. Then I had to go to work. Then I had to go get the dogs, go get my wife, go to Orscheln's. And then I'm like, then I got to come back and record the podcast, which is fun. Obviously, I love doing it. But
we here, baby. We here.
It's just one of those things that was on my list today. I'm like, oh, and then I got to do that. And then when I get home, I got to edit the thing.
Hey, we here, man.
Yeah. So
we here for the people.
Yeah,
man,
this is gonna be up. This is gonna be up tomorrow for you.
Maybe y'all's Mondays were a little better.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad day. It was.
Mine wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
Okay.
I woke up, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, man. About 7:00, day off. Go to get in my ride, man. And as you know, I got 412s, TW3s in the back of there, man. And I go to the car wash, and I don't like to dry my car off, so I hit Highway 77 to dry it off, right? And I'm beating, listening to some old school.
Yeah.
And my car cuts out, bro.
Oh, the sound.
No,
the whole thing?
car.
Oh,
I'm like, whoa! It and
just while you were driving.
Yeah, and I'm like, holy shit,
that's weird.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute, everything's good in here. I got everything replaced in this car when I got it: tranny, shifter, turbo, everything, new battery, alternator, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, this shouldn't be happening. Well, I go to Auto Sounds, and I go to buy a new alternator because that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. I go to the place where I get my car operated on, and they test the alternator and say it was good. So I got to take that alternator back. He tells me I need a glass mat battery. Yeah.
A glass mat battery.
And I might be saying that wrong. Glass mat battery.
I've never heard of it.
Which is a battery that you can put on the inside of the car without risk of explosion.
Oh, well, that's good.
So I'm like,
hey, cool.
Okay, whatever, So I go buy that, because it's just pulling absolutely too much power out of my battery.
Yeah.
So it's cutting my car off. But that was my Monday, man. It's all good though.
All right. On the way here, I swear to God, on the way here, where O Street starts going out to Air Park, it turns into like Highway 34. Out here.
Right.
Yeah, there's a guy. I don't know if he's on crack or what. And I know, here go Tom and Damon about crack again. But I don't know what he was on, but he was on something. And he's just standing in the middle of the street, like directing traffic, shirtless. He looked like crack Santa Claus, old dude, beard. He was like directing traffic.
I've seen him before.
And he's like stumbling and bumbling, and like I'm like, this dude's about to get fucking run over. And the weirdest part was nobody cared. Everybody's just like,
we got a bunch of that, man. And like we were talking about earlier, we're on the side of Lincoln that this Lincoln started here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This is where everything started, and there's a lot of nooks and crannies over here apparently that I didn't know about. And there's. I don't know if I want to call them homeless camps, because a lot of these people, they have addictions.
Yeah.
Some have mental health issues and probably a mixture of everything else. Mm-hmm. But there's a bunch of creepers walking around here, man, and I don't know what's going on. You saw a guy pulling up. I saw a guy pulling up. And these were two different dudes, man. I don't know what's going on over here, man. I mean, it's drugs. I mean, drugs are rampant, man. But is it to the point where people just don't care no more?
I don't know. I bugged a dude out right here right before I came in here.
Did he see you?
I came out of the bushes, bro. Because we got to park over here behind the bushes. And dude's just like, he's like carrying groceries or something. I popped out of the bushes, man, and it scared the shit out of him. He was sketched out. He was like looking.
I don't know what's going on over on this side of town, man. It's a lot of shit going on. Of course, it's summertime. Always. What's the Houdini song "Freaks Come Out at Night"? Yeah, man.
Now they're hot, so they're shirtless, directing traffic
in the busiest street in the city, and nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody gave a fuck at all.
Man, I don't know what it is, man. There's been a crazy amount of burglaries. There's been a crazy amount of assaults lately, that going on, man. Too. And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on, man? What is it? I mean,
I don't know. I seriously don't know.
Lincoln has never been.
I mean, it's growing. So I guess the bigger you get, the more.
Yeah, and I guess we don't. I haven't. Have they released the new census on Lincoln yet?
I don't think so. Because they just took one this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they've released that one yet.
And I always knew Lincoln was steady at 225,000, but that was probably 20 years ago. So I don't know where we are at now.
Let's Google it right now.
I mean, Lincoln.
Yeah, it's definitely growing though.
Lincoln, Nebraska has definitely become a city. Both growing up here, we've seen how much this city has actually grown and how many new people are here.
Yeah, well, like companies like Facebook and stuff keep building out here.
Bro,
there's a bunch of jobs. They're building an Amazon warehouse in Council Bluffs.
Well, shit'll
be sick.
There's a Facebook one somewhere outside of Mahoney State Park somewhere else. You've seen this place?
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh my God.
It's huge.
Wow. Why there though?
284,000.
284,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
As of 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's tons of people moving out
here.
So
maybe 3 by now. Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, and the more people you have, the more they start fucking robbing each other.
Exactly.
For some reason, it's like every vapor shop in town has been getting broken into.
It's been hit.
That shit's weird to me.
Well, and is it the new Delta 8? Not the variant. It's actually,
I was like,
COVID? No, well, I thought it was funny too that they name it Delta 8. There's a Delta 8 CBD. Which I've partook in it, and And maybe the people know something a little more than me, but bro, I don't know how that shit ain't weed. I mean, I smoke.
Yeah.
I smoke. You know what I mean? And that shit.
You got a buzz on it?
Yeah, man. Had me choking and everything, man.
No
I'm
shit.
like, what the fuck? This is, man, how is this not weed? But I don't know, you know.
All right. I got a list of stuff. Most of it is stuff that my wife wanted us to talk about. This one has been on my mind for a long time. I'm just gonna hit you with it.
Mm-hmm.
No prep. What's the biggest animal that you think you could take in a fight? Fist fight. Yeah, it's
I like that.
Yeah, it's something to think about.
I like that.
I've thought about it a lot. Like, I don't even know if I could take a goose, man. I mean, like,
yeah, them motherfuckers are strong.
yeah, they're mean, right? Maybe like a kangaroo. Maybe on a good day, I could get a kangaroo.
Just because their arms are short.
Yeah, but they'll beat the shit out of you too.
Yeah, if they get you.
And like, not even a deer. A deer will fuck you up.
Damn,
like,
a big enough fish would knock you out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So like, yeah, what's the biggest animal you think you could beat the shit out of? Barehanded.
Barehanded, it would have to be. It would have to be a medium-sized dog. I'd beat the shit out of a medium-sized dog. Wait.
Well, see, I don't know, because a dog, like I have a lab pit mix, right? And sometimes I look at him and I'm like, man, you could just rip my throat out.
Maul me anytime.
Like, anytime you wanted to.
Damn.
Yeah, but you just decide not to. We're cool and you don't. But yeah, at any moment, like your pugs even maybe could do a little damage.
Yeah, enough of them. Yeah, that'll do some damage to you. Yeah. You get enough of them.
Yeah. So.
We got a grumble, actually. More than 2 is a grumble. Damn, that's a dope question. Yeah, I would try.
Weird, right?
I would try a medium-sized dog.
A medium-sized dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. I'm trying to go trying to think of like something big that doesn't have any like fangs or claws or, powerful jaw. Like, but then it's like how big, like a really small whale, But would they even know that I'm there?
No,
probably not. You could probably just
you wouldn't. I mean,
yeah,
where would the points be? You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, so it's a tough one, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I'd say a medium-sized dog. I just had it in my head. What would I say? A sloth.
Oh, yeah, but they got like big claws, dude. They got like
but how quick are they? How quick are they? Though?
I don't know.
You probably smash him before he even wake up.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, sloth. Those are pretty big.
Yeah,
too.
I try. Yeah, he big.
All right,
but yeah, like I said, you probably wah. He sleep.
All right, well that settles that. There we go.
Yeah. I'm a sloth, man. I try a sloth. Right now.
Oh, you know what we should talk about? What do you think about those Olympic weed rules? That runner.
Well, here's what I think. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I totally spaced that off. I had to take my stance on that and walk away from it the other day. My whole thing is, my attitude still today, and I kind of joked about it the other day, is fuck your rules.
Yeah.
Because the same I'm trying to figure out a way how the same white hands that are involved in the Olympic Committee and the rules are all probably getting rich through either the CBD or THC industry.
Yeah, absolutely.
One way or another.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
One way or another. Two, I don't know if she's from Oregon or if she just went to college in Oregon. But either way, she's a citizen of the state. It's legal.
Yeah.
She didn't break any rules. She didn't get pulled over. She wasn't in a ditch smoking joints. You know what I mean? It was legal there. And to allow her to be smeared the way she did, when how many cities have NFL and NBA teams where it's legal?
Yeah,
you know, that it really blew my mind about how they tried to smear her, like it was meth or, you know what I mean? I mean, it's
video style. I got to do another clap.
Oh.
All right. Okay, continue.
And I've never watched the Olympics other than the 92 Dream Team anyway. I think the Olympics probably need some
updating.
Some
Yeah.
hella updating,
Yeah.
bruh. Some hella update. I was gonna say a whole new facelift as far as what sports are involved. I mean, what sports have evolved that probably should be in there. I mean, I think gaming should be in the Olympics. I think DJing should be in the Olympics. I thought breakdancing should have been in the Olympics years ago. You know?
Yeah, that breakdancing makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much that probably. I mean, who curls anymore in America? I mean, who does that type shit anymore?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think they might have hurt themselves because on the ass end of her being suspended, man, I see so many black athletes pulling out of the Olympics anyway.
Yeah.
For either just being black reasons, the new variant,
Yep.
or it just not being safe over there for Americans, period. I see a lot of black athletes really hesitant to go. I'm surprised the NBA players even went. I didn't expect a strike, but I think they might have hurt themselves with the way they did that on Black America. But on the ass end of it, though, she's about to get a lot of TAC endorsement money.
Yeah, she is. I mean, she's famous either way for sure.
Either way, she's gonna be on top.
I don't know. I'm kind of split about it. Because, like, on the one hand, I agree. Like, it shouldn't be a problem in the first place.
Right.
But it's like, I don't know. Everybody else got drug tested. Everybody else couldn't smoke weed either, you know?
Yeah.
And
it would have been special treatment.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the Olympics, you know?
Right.
Like, obviously, I don't know the situation. I don't know the circumstances. But, you know, like, you've been training your whole life for this.
Yeah, then there's that. Yeah,
And,
I feel you on that.
And you know the rules.
I feel you on that. And her losing her mother, let's let it be known. I mean, that's devastation. You know what I mean? And like I said, she could have ran and grabbed a crack pipe, a meth pipe. She could have went and grabbed a pistol and did whatever.
Yeah.
But she smoked a joint.
And at that point, I think it's pretty medicinal.
You know? I mean, in Oregon. I mean, come on.
Like,
you know what I mean?
That seems like a legitimate medicinal use of it.
No other better, way. Get your mind right, man. Keep you at ease. There's no advantage. I mean, what?
Well, that's what I don't understand either. It's labeled as performance enhancing. Like, how?
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 I mean, and Michael Phelps won what, 8? And then afterwards told her I was high the whole fucking time. You know what I mean? Basically, he just like, shit, I was high. And he was, ADHD and, guy had his issues, you know what I mean? So he was using it in a medicinal way.
I mean, and even if you're not.
Even if you're not.
Who cares?
I don't.
Who cares? I mean,
who cares?
Obviously, I mean, it's obvious where we stand on this issue, but like, alcohol's been legal forever. And I think alcohol is arguably more devastating to the community.
The worst.
Yeah, your body. Like, shit's bad for you. You drunk drive around killing people.
The worst. The worst.
You're killing your liver every single time you drink stuff, but that's legal. 100%, 100% legal. I can go to Walmart and get that.
Right. Or no, you stop over here. Quick Shop.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't even have to go that far. Yeah.
Back in my day, bro, we had to be 21, but I think there was the generation before me, it was 18. But when I was turning 21, 96, 97, we couldn't even buy alcohol in town. It was still like that.
Really?
Yeah. It was still like that. We had to go damn near, there used to be a truck stop, whatever. I think it's a strip joint now called the Prospector, which was outside city limits. And we had to go out there and get our beer and all that stuff. They wouldn't even sell it inside city limits. So we've come that far. Now they want alcohol in the football stadium.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. That's not a good idea.
That's never a good idea, bro.
And it's like, I don't know, it'd be one thing if it was a professional team, I guess. But you're going in there to watch like 19-year-olds play football. I mean? Like, you don't need to be. I mean, you can drink before, be drunk. But
and that's,
I mean,
you've been to games, I've been to games, and I'm like, dude, how did you even make it
right
here?
Yeah, and you're gonna make that worse. You're gonna give them more beer, man.
And we're way up here, I'm like, I gotta watch this guy.
Yeah,
this dude. So did they put it in the movie theater?
Booze, yeah,
they did. They finally did, huh?
Yeah, you can get booze like everywhere now.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Nobody has a problem with it.
Yeah.
You can get, like, COVID made, like, drive-through booze like, permanent.
I saw that.
Yeah, so you can just...
They did that. They made that okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Drive up in my car to get a bottle. And what's...
Nobody sees a problem with that, though.
What's first thing, especially that...
Yeah.
He's going right now. Oh, man. They made that... Oh, wow. I knew they wasn't gonna pass that, but they must have right under my nose. Damn.
Yeah, and like nobody cares. Nobody thinks that's a big deal. But
Damn.
but people around here seriously think if marijuana's legal, like kids will just die. Kids are just gonna start dropping dead.
What have you seen that commercial?
No.
It's so dated. And, you know, I look at hairstyles, me being a barber, so I'm like, that's early 2000s right there, where she said her son was dabbing, and I think I might have this wrong, but had a heart attack or something, and I'm like, your boy was doing something a little more than that.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of dabbing myself.
Me neither.
I prefer flower. But I've never heard anybody having a heart attack or dying from THC.
No, me neither.
That's just and it was paid for by you know, so I'm
paid
like,
for by anti-hemp.
This fucking idiot, man. What do you say? If you legalize marijuana, your kids are gonna die.
Yeah, that's straight up. That's what people are saying.
I said that dude said that on national 10 o'clock TV, man. I'm like, this dude, and
he's like they legalized weed in Colorado, and look what happened.
Yeah,
but he never says what happened. He just goes, look what happened.
Well, I mean, let me tell you what happened. They got nice streets, schools are nice. I mean,
like noticeably better, dude. Like when you're driving and you go, welcome to Colorado, it's like.
That's crazy, man. It's that obvious.
Yeah,
on the interstate.
when we drove out there a couple years ago, it was like during a big snowstorm. So I looked at like the Nebraska Department of Transportation like plow tracker thing, you know,
right?
And there was like 4 plows driving around. And then I looked at the Colorado one because we were going to be driving through, and like every single street in Colorado had a fucking plow on it, and they had like live webcams. You could like look at what they were doing. They're rolling in money.
Well, let's just talk about that. Other than our partakage in the dubage, the revenue.
Yeah,
just the revenue, man.
That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason I even want it to be legal.
Just the revenue.
I don't want to pay so many property taxes.
Exactly, and that would knock that all the way out. I mean, it's not rocket science here. I mean, what is really the deal here, to where you don't want to? I mean, we got some of the best farmers in the nation.
Yeah, probably the world right here in Nebraska. I mean, there's a lot of farmers that could take that work, you know what I mean, that probably on their wits end and on their last crop or whatever, that could have that shit in the field, man. And I mean, it would help pretty much everyone, whether you want to smoke it or not. Like it would help pretty much everybody
all the way around. All the way around. Schools. I mean, I think, and I could have this wrong. Anybody from Colorado, let me know. We were in downtown Denver smoking, and a blonde hair, little cute little gal was sitting right across from us, just kind of staring at us. And you know, I'm like, you know, I really don't care. Right. I'm a fire up anywhere. That's just me. You know what I mean? I'm a fire up in the White House as soon as I make it. So she kind of explained to us, you know, the revenue side of it, where the teachers that are near retirement or maybe even thinking about retirement are able to go out and recruit on a personal level, you know, the next wave, the new wave of teachers.
Yeah.
And in a nutshell, their salary is being paid with weed money.
Hey, good. Yeah. They're probably making better money than they do around
so I'm
here.
like, wait a minute. So your paycheck is basically the marijuana revenue. She's like, yeah. I said, oh my God, wow. I mean, it's that deep. I'm like, they're paying their teachers in bud money, bro.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
In bud money, man.
Yeah, I know of dudes who started a business just pulling security for the money when they move the money from
they would need that
from dispensary to dispensary when they move the bags, you know?
Yeah, that's serious business. I've been in there once before. And that's serious business.
Yeah, and see, that's like a legit business now. Like there's security companies doing it, making a bunch of money, charging a shit ton of money to have security. Back, I mean, when you were doing it, it was just you.
And you strap on my side.
Yeah, and you weren't getting paid to do that part.
Exactly.
Yeah, but now it's like everything is a business now. Like every single aspect of it is a legitimate business.
Like bud tenders.
Yeah.
I mean, you got your snippers. I mean, all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, there's legit dudes whose job is to just roll joints.
Well, I even and I said this the other day, a lot of the busts that we see, you know, between York, Seward, for some reason, them dudes ain't playing fair out there. They I don't know what's up. We'll talk about that's another show, but a lot of these in the just the packages that they show, you know, the packages that are all neat and nice and neat. I'm thinking if that's not coming from California, which is legal,
Yeah.
and he's driving to say Minnesota, which is legal, and just happens to come through bumfuck Nebraska, where it isn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's his job.
Well, I mean, it's still moving it across state lines is still a problem. It's still illegal on the federal
That's
level.
where the feds come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't do that either way, whether it's legal in California or not. Not that I agree with any of it, but
Yeah. I mean, because you know, if I'm a dispensary and you got them Skittles down there, and I got this cheetah piss up here. Hey,
yeah.
I need some of that. You need some of this.
I'm sure they do have ways to move it. It's just not putting it in a car and driving it.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know, I mean, it'd be the logical way for me.
Yeah, I think the problem is that it's in a car and they're driving it. Because I think most of the time that stuff's probably not going all the way through the state. It's probably stopping somewhere.
But then at the same time, Nebraska being a, I can't remember the technical term for it, but if you say you get caught with $1 million cash in Nebraska, they're gonna take 10% of that either way. Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
They just get to take your money?
Yeah.
Just because you have it?
Yeah. I was in prison with a guy named Gus, Italian guy. I mean, real Italian guy. Got caught with $1 million cash in the trunk. You know, he had a couple bodies on him from Vegas, but got caught with $1 million cash in his trunk, and they took 10% of it.
And they just let him go?
No.
Oh.
They sent him back. He was they call them safe keeps here, where we caught him here. The jail ain't strong enough to hold him, so we'll hold him in here for you. They do that shit. They call them safe keeps.
Oh, what do you get arrested for?
Murder in Las Vegas.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Through DNA.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't tell the
so-
whole story.
Okay,
But,
so
but just this, the moral of the story was they take 10% of your shit. So
if they figure you got your money from doing some illegal shit.
and how can you know?
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, with say
Okay, I thought you were saying you just get pulled over with $1 million and that's like an illegal amount of money to have.
it is. It is. And I know they changed it. And, you know, I know this because you could legally travel with 8,000 cash. I think it might be 10,000. I might have it backwards. You used to be able to travel with 10,000 and they knocked it down to 8. I could have it wrong. But either way, $8,000 to $10,000. That's all you're legally to walk around with in your pocket.
How are they allowed to do that?
Well, prison rules
Seems
were gambling debts, might be hit money.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, drug money.
Yeah, I mean, walking
either
around,
way, it's dirty.
I mean,
money.
walking around with that much cash definitely is weird. But
I'm
I don't
going to
know.
buy a car.
yeah, who are you to tell me?
Going to put a
where I
down
got the
payment
money
on a
from?
house.
Yeah. Could be anything.
You know, it could be anything. But they're going to take your money and investigate it either way. So with the weed, and they always say $40,000 street worth.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all gonna sell that? I mean, what y'all gonna do it? What are you gonna do with it
Yeah, I don't know.
in a small town like that?
I don't know what they do with it.
Who just got a brand new jail? See, there's that percent, that 10, and they've been catching a lot of people in this.
Yeah, yeah, they have.
That's a lot of money.
Shit. You want to talk about race theory? You wanna
Yeah.
talk about critical race theory.
Let's talk about critical race theory,
Google.
man. 'Cause
Let me-
there's
Let me Google like what it is. Let me Google
There's
what like
a-
the definition of it is.
there's a lot of uproar about it right now, man. And
Yeah, people around here don't like it. I don't know if they know why they don't like it.
I don't.
That's what I don't understand about people is they're like, I don't like it. And
They
you're-
don't.
And you're
they
like,
don't
why?
know why they don't.
And
like
they're like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not supposed to.
You hit the hammer on the head. They don't know why they don't like it. And then it has to do with race, which makes makes everybody uncomfortable.
Oh, I mean, this sounds okay. Here, I'll read you the definition of what
All
critical
right.
race theory is. It's a body of legal scholarship and an academic movement of civil rights scholars and activists that seeks to critically examine U.S. law as it intersects with issues of race. So I guess you can critically look at how laws were made to benefit specific people. I mean, at this point, I don't think people can really argue with that. You know,
can't.
you can't tell me that there aren't laws that are designed to benefit certain people above other people.
You can't argue it at this point. I mean, I'm not one to just say, "Oh, you're racist because you don't like this." But if you ain't feeling this, I mean, it's obvious, you know. And again, I never tell anybody to go to prison, but in prison, man, I saw so many different pieces of literature, and I've always known this just through early hip hop about, you know, how the original Africans created civilization. And I found this book, man, and I tried to steal it out of prison, but they
They don't let you take books with you?
They wouldn't let you take books with you. But I dug and dug and dug. It took me years and years and years, man, and I found a piece of this book, and it's Black Inventors and Their Inventions. And I'll shoot you this list later on so you can look at, man, and I'll shoot just a couple of them at y'all, man. And it's paper, Africans, chess, Africans, alphabet, Africans, medicine, Africans, civilization, Africans, aeroplane propelling, a black man, biscuit cutter, folding bed, coin changer, rotary engine, car. I mean,
yeah. The only one that I know is George Washington Carver.
Yeah, he's definitely on here. He's on here. He's actually on here several different times. He did more than just that.
Yeah, I think that's the only, like, when I think of stuff invented by black people.
Peanut butter. Yeah, I found him here.
Yeah.
George Washington Carver.
George
peanut
Washington
butter,
Carver is
paints
just about the
and
only
stains.
One. Yeah.
Also lotions and soaps. George Washington Carver. And what these dudes did way back in the day was they made, you know, their shit and took it in. And of course, the racist white dude is going to take that idea and keep it for himself.
Just like rock and roll.
Just like rock and roll. Chuck Berry. I mean, these are just facts that need to be taught in school, not to just little white kids. There's a lot of little black kids that don't know their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what's it gonna hurt? I mean, what actually do you think is gonna hurt?
I don't know. I'm actually looking that up right now. I'm looking up why, like, what people think the issue is.
Well, I've seen some comments where, and this is a real comment, bro, where she said, and this was a mother, "You're not gonna make my white kids feel bad for something that happened hundreds of years." I said, "Damn, she put that on Facebook." Damn, man.
Yeah, some people.
She
some
didn't
people
think that.
are shy about it.
She didn't think that out at all, man.
No.
At all, man. And it just blew my mind. It still blows my mind.
Yeah, that's exactly what this says. Opponents argue that critical race theory is a Marxist framework that suggests the nation is inherently evil and that white people should feel guilty.
Wow.
I mean, the inherently evil thing, like, America did a lot of bad shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know that,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but America did a lot of bad shit.
Yes, indeed.
Real bad shit. So, and I don't think it's wrong to learn about those things.
It's not wrong at all. It's not wrong at all.
Like, I think it's probably actually pretty important to learn about those things.
I mean, for if you're really about regrouping, change, trying not to let history repeat itself, because sometimes history's ugly head, man. It just.
I think that's what it's about, more than making white people feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, why would you feel bad? I mean, the reality is, yeah, it was hundreds of years ago. I mean, we're all so far, but yet not so far away from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if you were born in America during slavery and after slavery, I'm sorry to say, there's nobody that's 100% black. There's nobody that's 100% white. There's nobody that's 100%. If you're born in America during and after slavery, you're not 100% of what you think you are.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not. You're just not. And that, I'm sorry to say, that's just the naked truth. My last name's Irish, bro.
Yeah. Well, it's like everybody in the world's related to Genghis Khan. Or
you know
whatever,
what I mean?
but,
In one way or another. You know what I mean? The first body they found in Central Africa. You know, everybody's related to that guy one way or another.
Yeah.
So you're not 100% white. You're unless you came off the boat from Russia.
Yeah.
Or Scandinavia, wherever 50, 60 years ago, yeah, you probably are 100%.
Well, I don't know. Even then, like the first people were like in the Middle East,
right? Even then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we discussed that the Mediterranean, how they had to escape, and through escaping through that canal of water, how many times they had been mixed, and you know what I mean? I mean, for anybody to say I'm pure 100%, no, you're not. You're not.
Nobody's
You're not.
pure 100% anything, man.
And I think we talked about it before we even started the show. I can't remember the name of this show, but it was on every Tuesday. And it was a story about Charles Magruder. Did we talk about that? Charles Magruder?
I don't know. Doesn't sound familiar.
Well, Charles Magruder, and this should be in critical race theory. Charles Magruder was they had him anywhere from 6'5" to 7 feet tall. Which back in those days, that was, people just weren't that big. So he was more important than a slave. And you're thinking, what's more important than a slave, right? Mm-hmm. A breeder. Right. Big ass, Shaquille O'Neal looking dude. Yeah, we need him to have babies. So this is the ugly history right here.
Yeah.
And it makes my blood boil every time I think about it. But it didn't matter if it was his mother, his daughter, his wife, his sister. He was to have sex with them, get them pregnant, and make more slaves for the slave masters, so they could sell here and there. You know what I mean? And I can't tell the whole story because it's just crazy. But
yeah,
he ended up having like 200, 150.
God,
yeah, man. And eventually bought his way out of slavery and bought his own little piece of land and invited all of his offspring.
Damn.
And they said most of them came. And
how do you get in touch with them, you think?
I don't know how that would have happened back then.
That's a feat, man.
Yeah, that is. But like I said, there were some white women who were married to that white slave owner that thought old Charles Magruder was attractive too. And she went and gave some of that up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that happened probably more times than we can even count. Mm-hmm. But they come to modern day time, and I'm kind of skipping the story, and I'll remember the name of the show so y'all can look it up. Maybe you guys know, but it was a room full of white people, probably about 30, 40 white people on one side of the room. And there was probably about 30, 40 black people on the other side of the room, right? And they had this huge table in the middle. So they said, would the Magruder family please take a seat? Everybody sat down, bro. The white people and the black people. And by now, I'm sitting up in my bed like, where the fuck they going with this?
Yeah.
All of them were cousins.
Yeah.
The white people shared the same DNA as these black people. They were all from Charles Magruder.
I mean, you're probably right. That probably is what most people
are
made up of. Yeah.
You probably got, I'm sure you got, I'm positive you got some black in your family.
Point, yeah.
I'm positive. I'm positive. Like I said, my last name is Irish. Mm-hmm. I got it probably from some old Irish man who had some slaves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just.
Have you ever thought about changing your name?
No.
Doing something like that?
No. Because just through the history of my last name, what I mean? And it's.
Yeah, you kind of like took it.
Yeah, we took it. You know what I mean? And it's a name that, and I just said this the other day. It's a name that you really don't see a whole lot of white people with anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like the name. Since we're talking about last names, have you ever seen anybody with the last name Freeman?
Mm-hmm.
White or black?
Black.
Yeah. You're not gonna see many white people with the last name Freeman.
That makes sense, though.
Free man.
Yeah. Didn't they?
That was.
Didn't a lot of people change their last name?
A lot of slaves were like, I don't want this fucker's name no more. I'm a free man now. Free man. Yeah, you're never gonna. If you see any white people with the last name Freeman, their great somebody was black.
Yeah, they're mixed.
Yeah,
Sure.
they're in there. They're in there like swimwear, and that blows my mind. This has always
Yeah, that's crazy.
been my dad, man. He was an amazing dude. He would always have my brain wrapped around so much shit, because he was a light skinned dude. If you saw my dad, and we would always joke, if you saw my dad from 2 blocks away, you would think it was a white man with an afro.
Really?
Yeah, that's just how light skinned my dad was.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So he would always, he'd always joke with my homies and shit, like, I'm white. Some homies be like, your dad's white, man. I be like, nah, man. He just light skinned, man. Yeah, we used to call him, he looked like a Jewish black man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, like
That's not how it was. Every time you told stories about him, it's not how I was picturing.
No, not at all. Yeah, he looked like a Jewish black, kind of like Prince.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Prince, there's a term for what Prince is, but Prince is black and Italian. He's not full black.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's just through the history. The Moors, conquered all those countries in the Mediterranean, and they were coal black. You know what I mean? And they dominated, and Italians are dark skinned, kinky hair.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to upset anybody, but that's just the truth. That's just the truth. And Middle Eastern people, they look a lot like me too.
Yeah, that's just.
I actually get
That's
mistaken
interesting,
for
man.
some of them sometimes, man.
Yeah.
A lot of my clientele, as you probably know, I got a lot of Middle Eastern
you do.
clientele,
You do.
man.
Yeah, just about every time I come in here, yeah.
One guy talks to me and I'm like, no, I'm black, and he looked at me like, no. So nobody really knows until they take that DNA test, man.
Me or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I would love to
You
do
ever
it.
done that?
Nah,
I haven't done it either.
I haven't.
I don't know why.
I would love to,
Yeah,
just to prove our points.
I guess I'm just not that interested. Maybe we should.
Just to prove our points, to see
we should.
what I actually am.
Yeah. What if you're not black at all?
That would be a trip. That would be a trip. That would definitely be a trip.
Yeah.
That would definitely be a trip.
You just come back 100% Irish.
Well,
It won't, but
no. I know the Irish is going to come, though. I know that.
yeah.
Because my grandfather used to always tell us we were black Irish. And I looked up black Irish, and I was like, oh, yep, that's us. Yep, that's us. Yep, my grandfather was like this booze, was a boxer, worked on the railroad, ended up being a prison guard. Just that just that kind of, and if we go back to what was the railroad, it was Irish and blacks. So naturally, they're gonna start mixing.
Yeah, they're gonna mingle.
They're gonna mix one way or another. And with my grandfather, both my grandfathers, over 50 plus years on the railroad, I'm kind of seeing the connection to it already.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I never thought about all that. You're kind of blowing my mind a little bit, dude. Like,
Man.
how easy it is to connect.
Yeah, man.
Everybody to everybody else.
Yeah, it's real easy to connect. And I did it all by the railroad, just all off on that railroad.
Yeah.
It's most of my family is Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska. We've spread out since then, but we started right in the heart of it. You know what I mean? I haven't checked on the Civil War or anything, or how many barbers are in my family yet. Not quite that deep, but yeah, man, you should do it, man. You should check it out. You'd probably surprise yourself.
Maybe, yeah. My grandma's into that. She probably knows.
That's where you start.
I think
That's where you start.
Yeah. I think
Young people, sit down with your elders, man, and retrace your steps. Start retracing your steps. That shit is important today, man.
Yeah, she's gone way back.
Way
Way back. Yeah,
And
she's real into that. Yeah.
She was originally from Lincoln?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, you gotta find it. When
Yeah.
you find that out, you're hit.
I don't know shit.
Holy
I don't know
shit.
shit about my family, dude. Anytime anybody asks me anything, I'm
She
like,
might
I
have
don't
took a train in, bro, from Canada or something.
Maybe her grandma. I think her grandma was straight from Germany, which. Yeah.
Yeah, they were, well, obviously, where we're at, German. I think the side we're on now was the German-Russian side. That's the side we're on. North side of O Street was just Catholic Russian, I think.
Yeah.
And they beefed, bro.
The bottoms.
Yeah, they beefed. Like, they couldn't cross O Street, come over here and mingle.
So fucking
It's crazy, man. I've learned the
crazy.
history over here. I'm like, because there's still some, that live over here. Got one old guy, man. He's I don't know how old this dude is. This dude runs bikes. I'm gonna say 80. He might be 100. But the dude, yeah, I mean, he still got his shit. But he said, yeah, that door was here when I had my paper route back in the fort. I was like, holy shit. Wow. So you've been here a long time. And he said, yeah, I had a girlfriend over on the other side. I had to lie and say I was Catholic. And they would chase me back. I was like, what? I thought Russian bottoms, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Russian bottoms.
The whole thing.
I never knew anything different. He's like, yeah, those.
Well, how do they know? How do they know if you're not a Catholic?
I don't know. I mean, because all Russians were. No. There's some dark complected Russians.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, Catholic, Russian Jewish.
What do they call them?
I have no idea. I'm not even gonna make up.
I don't know either. So we ain't gonna do that because I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not gonna try to say.
I don't know because if you go into crypt territory with red on, we automatically know.
Well, yeah. See.
Yeah, I don't know. What would it be? A haircut? How you wear your jeans?
I don't know. Yarmulkes?
No, that's Jewish, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wasn't one side Catholic, one side Jewish?
No, they were German.
Oh, German.
German Russians.
One was German Russian and one was
they were Catholic Russian.
Well, can't German Russians be Catholic? This is
hit us up, man.
This is complicated.
We need y'all's help, Germany.
This is complicated.
It's real Lincoln old school.
I don't understand why they would beef. I don't understand.
Yeah, they beefed, man.
I don't understand what the problem is. They're both from Russia. They're probably all white. Most of them are probably Catholic anyway. I feel like German people are probably Catholic. Back in the day, I feel like everybody was Catholic back in the 40s.
Yeah, the dominant, especially back then.
Yeah, so. And like, what was the issue? That they were German first?
Well, what is a German Russian?
I would assume it's
two different countries.
Yeah, I would assume it's a someone who was in Germany and then moved to Russia.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig that up, man.
I don't know. I guess.
But they got the museum over here on D Street over here. They have a museum.
Yeah, the Germans from Russia.
Yeah, Germans from Russia. Yeah.
Yeah, so
like,
it must be.
Yeah,
I just don't see what the problem.
Yeah, that always.
Why is there always got to be problems, man?
You know what I mean? I'm like, dang, man.
Like, why is everybody always looking for reasons to chase somebody out of their neighborhood?
And
man? He's not doing anything to you.
That's exactly why we don't talk about the other two pieces of bullshit, man. They're all gang members, man. It's all gang mentality anymore. Mm-hmm. You ain't this, so you can't come in here. You ain't that, so you can't come over here. Like, what the fuck, man? Earth is my turf.
Earth is my turf.
The fuck you mean, man? Let's quote the great E40. Earth is my turf. And that's just how I feel about it. I feel like I should be able to go anywhere.
Yeah, man. Everybody's always looking to have a problem with somebody.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
That's the problem.
I've been a lot more peaceful since I stopped looking for problems all the time.
Yeah. And other than the other day, when the critical race theory thing popped up, I was at peace. And I'm still at peace. It's not like it's knocking me out of my square.
Oh, yeah, we got off track a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But change, and let me tell you, change is a law of life. It just is. It just is. If a motherfucker like me can do it, then it's easy. But I've never been racist. Never. That's never been taught to me. My mom never told me, don't bring no little white girl home. Don't bring no little Mexican girl. My mom never said any of that to me. My mom was more or less, that's my only son, you little bitch. You know what I mean? That was my mom's approach.
Yeah.
And like I said, my dad being light skinned as he was, he couldn't, he couldn't say nothing like that. You know what I mean? So I've never been racist. I've never woke up and be like, you know what? Fuck these white dudes. Never did that. That was never advocated in my house.
Is there a lot of that, you think?
What do you mean?
Well, there's like some people say that black people can't be racist. It's impossible for a black person to be racist.
I agree. We can't. I can't.
Yeah.
I've never had it. I've never. I mean, I know I've used the word hunky, cracker. You know what I mean? I've used those words millions of times.
Hey, I think those words are funny. Personally, I think that's.
And see, that's the white dudes be like, funny. Yeah, that shit's. I'm talking shit funny. To you, and he's like, man, you called me a cracker. Dude. So that always ended up being comedic, and it's just this motherfucker don't even know I'm talking shit to him. So, and then understanding the word nigger. I read this book years ago by Jabari Asim. Now I hope I'm saying that name right. Jabari Asim. And it caught my eye because it said nigger. And this is years before Nas. No. It said the N-word.
Oh, okay.
The N-word. It had a big N on it. And it caught my eye because it looked like a Husker N. So I'm like, oh shit, there's some Husker. But I'm like, oh wow.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. And it was more like a reference book, you know what I mean, where you could go read and go get this book, and go get that book, you know, and go further in there. But the word basically came from some white trash, good old boy motherfuckers who didn't know proper English.
Yeah, wasn't it like a mispronunciation of a country? Isn't it Niger?
Well, Niger,
country?
yeah.
Is that where it came from? Or no?
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
So what was it?
It was some motherfuckers who were
They just
broken English.
They just made it up?
Just made it up.
Damn.
Some stupid hillbilly motherfuckers just made it up.
Shit, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's the extent of that word.
Damn.
Yeah, Jabari Asim, the N word. Check it out. It'll blow your mind, man. I was like, oh
Damn.
wow, and I'm guilty of using it, but
It's a word some dudes. I'm actually glad you brought. I was thinking about bringing it up. The N word. That's
Go ahead.
It's a hard thing for me to bring up. But not in any kind of heavy way.
All love, dog. We talk about it.
Me and my wife were talking, and we're not like we like to listen to rap, you know, but we like to rap along. But we're not like it's just us in the car, so it's okay for us to drop the N word when we're rapping. We don't do that.
I like that.
So me and my wife were talking, and we were like, wouldn't it be cool if they released like an explicit version, but it's edited so that the N word's not in it, and then we can rap along with it.
I think you can find those.
And I was like, I'm kind of down with that, because like you learn all the words, you know. So if I start rapping out loud, then I know the next word, and I'm gonna accidentally say it, so I don't even do it.
You can find those.
Yeah. So we were like, why don't they do that shit? Why don't Apple Music give me a non N-word version?
Yeah, you can find those, and like I said, I'm guilty of using it. I probably used it more when I was younger than I do now, and I don't know if it's because of my age, but I'm like, damn, I got kind of chill out on that shit now, you know what I mean? But in my younger years, it was kind of like, and I might still kind of feel like this. It's like, yeah, I am a nigga, and I kind of see that you wish you were too, motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
true.
I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, because there's one thing about, if we just talk about hip hop, I mean, there's not a commercial on TV where they ain't got some snappy little beat or somebody busting a flow.
Yeah.
I mean, we are the most emulated, copied race on this earth. And it's just one thing about being black, and it's not that we're better than anything. It's just we've always had that flavor. We've always had to have our own way. We've always had to have our own clubs down the alley. We always had to have our own clothing stores, or not. Couldn't even go in the clothing stores. We had to have old Ethel down the street make our shit.
Yeah.
So she developed a certain kind of cut, a certain kind of style that Bruz was wearing in the hood. You know what I mean? And that's just how that developed. That's just how that. And James Brown said it best: soul power. And everybody can have it.
Yeah.
But we were born with it. Like before we done, you gonna be a soul brother, dog. I mean,
I would agree that black people are probably the most emulated by far.
Oh, by far. And if just not through hip hop, I mean through fashion.
Yeah, I mean hairstyles. I mean, there's tons of white dudes with dreads.
Right. Which that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I rocked dreads once, and I had friends, from down that way, I was doing shit, so these dudes was real, and I was rocking my dreads back in late 90s, before it was the style, and never not once did I go into a barbershop or a salon to get my shit retwisted. That just ain't how it's done. You fucking with a culture here. This is more than a hairstyle. This is a culture that you're fucking with here, and you gotta respect it. And I was kind of living a Rastafarian lifestyle back then without even knowing it. You know what I mean? So, I wore my dress differently. I didn't have the pretty, my shit. The rapper Gunplay.
Yeah, actually.
That's where I was at with it, man.
Okay.
I wasn't going to get my shit retwisted and lined up and all beautified and shit, man, because I understood that I'm fucking with somebody's culture.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But it
Do you not like it when like white people grow dreads? Do you like cultural appropriation? Like what do you think?
have the knowledge.
Yeah, see, I think that's
I don't.
like if
I'm
you
a barber.
yeah, if you do it
You know what I mean? So yeah,
like
I'm a barber. So
yeah, like if you borrow something from somebody's culture but you respect it and you've like
have the knowledge.
yeah, you've like you know
have
what you're
the
talking
knowledge.
about, you've
Have the
researched
knowledge.
it, you're not just doing it.
You know, if you got the knowledge, that's why I love Eminem so much, man. I mean, this dude pays homage to solo artists and groups that half these so-called hip-hop heads ain't never heard of.
Yeah. It's true.
I mean, the Treacherous 3, the Furious 5, Grandmaster. I mean, he pays homage to all of these dudes. So I salute. Yeah. He didn't come into hip-hop with no gimmick. He wasn't making fun of hip-hop. He came into that shit real, rough, rugged, and raw like he was supposed to. And he has the knowledge of hip-hop. He can talk about it all day. I don't know if you saw an episode, Hot Boxing, him and Mike Tyson.
No, I haven't. I have to watch it.
I mean, you'll see this dude's hip-hop knowledge, and you're like, oh, fuck. If he ain't in your top 5, your ass is prejudice. I mean, that's just period. I mean, shit. True. Yeah, so white dudes with dreads, doesn't bother me. Just have the knowledge in what you're doing. You know what I mean? Okay. That's it. It don't bother me at all.
Okay, cool. All right, let's see. We got time for another quick one off my quick hit list. What's the silliest thing you're afraid of? I got a weird specific one. When I was a kid, I saw this thing on TV about this dude sitting on the toilet and a snake came out of his drain and bit him on the ass. And ever since I saw that dude, I'm terrified of that shit happening to me. Terrified.
Yeah.
Like anytime I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm imagining like a python coming up and biting me on the ass the whole time, dude. The one thing I saw when I was a kid, I'm traumatized. I know a guy that's afraid of dams, which I don't know what that's about, but sees him, he freaks.
Hey, that's your homie? He's afraid of dams?
Yeah.
I'm afraid of bridges.
You're afraid of, bridges kind of make, you're like when you're on them.
They freak.
Like looking over the edge and shit.
On them, coming up to them, I will stop. And I will turn around. I always have this dream.
You'll stop and turn around instead
of taking
if
the bridge? If that shit's too high, yeah. Don't go over that.
What if you have to? What if it's the only way to get where you're going? You just fuck it? Just not going?
I might have to say, hey, I'll see y'all on another day. Yeah, I always got this dream where I get to this bridge, bro, and I just can't cross it. And then I wake up.
Nothing happens?
Nothing happens. I'm not crossing this bridge.
You're like on foot?
Yeah, I'm on foot. Sometimes I'm on my bike.
Damn.
I'm never driving.
Hey, let's do some dream analysis, dude. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I'm going to Google it.
I had one of those books in prison. I had a dream analysis.
You had a book about everything.
Hey, man, I was deep in that mode. I was going to do my time. My time was not going to do me. And what I learned in that book is just because you dream about money doesn't mean you're going to get money. It's so far away from what you think. I can't remember. It was so long ago, but they're so far-fetched from what you think.
Let's see. Dream of crossing a broken bridge.
Yeah, sock it to me.
Let's see.
What's my problem?
I don't know. We're going to get to it. It's something deep. Dream of crossing a bridge, rope bridge collapsed. I can't really find one that's like, I can't cross a bridge.
I can't cross it.
What's the bridge made out of? You know,
it's one of them metal boys, like
an iron bridge.
Yeah, like the Iron Bridge, like in New York or some shit.
Okay. Dream of an iron bridge. Let's see. Is there water under it or no?
Yep. Okay. And that's my other water. Bodies of water, man. And I can swim like a fish. I can swim. My diet taught me how to swim, but water and bridges, especially if there's water under the bridge.
Dreaming that you're crossing a bridge represents a transition, important decision, or a critical junction. A change is on the horizon. Bridges represent a transitional period in your life. If the bridge is over water, it suggests that your transition will confront negativity of some sort.
Uh-oh.
So what are you avoiding, dude? If you cross the bridge, that means you're transitioning. So if you're not crossing the bridge...
So I got to cross the bridge when I go to sleep.
Huh? Yeah, I guess you got to cross.
I'm gonna cross that motherfucker.
Whatever the bridge is, whatever the water is.
I'm going for it.
Something.
That's all I needed to know.
Yeah, there's something in your life, but you're not doing it.
I'm going for
it. Apparently.
Damn.
Yeah, we're basically Miss Cleo now.
Okay.
Over here. Yeah.
Dang.
Call in and we'll tell you what your dreams mean too. Give us a call. Tell us about your dream.
Damn.
I don't really remember my dreams ever. You remember your dreams every night?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't.
I don't remember them hardly at all, unless they're like real scary. Then I do. But if I have like a normal dream, then I might as well have not dreamed.
Yeah, sometimes. Like I have reoccurring. Like I'll wake up on fucking Tuesday and go to sleep Thursday and finish off where I left off type shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like I've been here before in this dream. Why am I back here?
Damn.
And I'm always being chased by the cops or some shit.
Well,
yeah. Well, that might be PTSD.
Yeah, you're a little traumatized.
That might be what that is. I'm always being chased by the police.
Damn.
Yeah, that was my only two, man. I don't think I'm avoiding anything. No, I'm not avoiding.
I don't know.
anything.
I'm an amateur dream interpreter, but that's what I think.
Hey, that's out the book.
Yeah.
We read it straight out the book.
Hey. All right, well, that's it. Maybe next week I'll have a dream for us to interpret. Maybe not. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube. Subscribe, like us, follow, leave us reviews, do whatever shit you got to do on the app that you listen to us on. You guys have a great week.
Dope.